Greetings everyone, welcome aboard. My name is Joseph James. It's the last day of November, November 30th, 2010. It's a Tuesday morning. Happy Tuesday to you guys. We only had 2 more days of the month after the holidays. So of course, Monday, Tuesday, and tomorrow is the first day of December, right? Last month of the year. It's been a great month, 2010. Don't forget, too, we're looking for some more educators. We're looking for more people to spread the word about our trading methods. If you guys are good at what you do, if you trade a market other than the gold, the crude, the euro, the Russell, if you're trading something else, right, email me. I'd love to talk more about that. We're trying to grow our team in 2011. But as of right now, it's November 30th, 2010. Another great day in our live trade room. We took a number of winning trades, had a couple losses there as well. Before we talk about those trades we took, though, I want to remind you guys about our blog. Now, our blog has a bunch of great resources on it. You can see here we've got the search box below me. You've got your live support, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, right? Don't forget you can also follow the blog, join the newsletter. There's a lot of great stuff on the blog. Now, if you follow the blog, you'll get every single new update. Anything new is posted, you'll be getting an email, right, by following that blog. So if you want to make sure you get all the new stuff whenever it's posted, make sure you guys follow the blog. Now, above me here, right, up top here, guys, in the header of the blog, you'll see the beginner's corner, right? Lots of beginner's questions there. You'll see the trade room resources section. Lots of great stuff there, right, to help you guys with your trading in the trade room. And then, of course, webinars. You've got live webinars. Those are also the recorded webinars we've done in the room, too. So check out the Discipline Cycle Workshop in the beginner's corner. Right, check out the trade room resources, and you can look, of course, the fast track method in there. But get to know the blog, guys. The blog has all kinds of great free resources that you guys can use, whether you're a member or a guest, right, as you, of course, trade along with us in our live trade room. All right, guys, let's see how we did today. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 total trades. Gold and crude today. See, it was kind of hit or miss all day today. Kind of an oddball day today. We'll talk about that in a second. But if you guys were with us this morning, you notice we really didn't get that consistency that we usually see. Now, sometimes we have to wait for it, right? Usually what will happen is we'll wait for, say 10:30, 11 o'clock, and then finally the market will start moving. Today was a little bit different. We really never got that, kind of that groove, right? We never had that rhythm going today. It was kind of stop and start, stop and start. As you can see, we had a scratch trade at the beginning, a scratch at the end, a loss on gold there at 9 o'clock. Now, I'm gonna use that loss as a good example here a little bit later on in this video. And I want to show you guys how easy it is to avoid those losses. I made a real easy to avoid mistake. And I'll show you guys more about that here in a moment. So gold and crude today, 176 ticks, right? 9 trades, that's 1760. Now, 1760, pretty good results. But when you look at the month we've had here, 44,000 this month, guys, on only 4 contracts. You'll notice, you look back in time here, only 1 day this month we earned less than 100 ticks, right? That was November 8th, right? The first Monday of the month, second Monday of the month. Okay, that was the only day this month we had less than $1,000. So I'm pretty happy about that, right? Now we know October, November, December will always be the best times of the year to be a trader. So you're coming in, if you're joining as a member right now, this is the best time to get started. And as you can see, we did 17,000 in September, 34,000 in October, 44,000 in November, guys. What's December going to bring, right? December is going to be another big month, and we start that month tomorrow. So, as you can see, big day in the room today. Finished up a great month, over 44,000 bucks in November. So what happened today, though, right? What happened today? What's the most important thing we should know about today? Well, if you felt like it was kind of a strange day, it was, right? Today was kind of a weird day. Now, I couldn't tell if it was because we had major news tomorrow. We get a bunch of big red flag news events tomorrow. Or maybe it was because we had Fed Chairman Bernanke speaking this afternoon, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, in front of the Fed. Okay, it was tough to tell this morning what the reasons were that caused price to be, well, kind of strange. I think a lot of it had to do with the fact the dollar was real sluggish too. Okay, my dollar chart, we'll grab a look at that next, but the dollar had a real hard time breaking that previous high of day. Dollar went up, came back down, and then just kind of sat there, sitting sideways on that previous high of day. And that's what kind of kept us guessing the whole day today. All right, we had lots of news this morning. We had home prices drop. Okay, home prices came in a little bit lower than expected, but then consumer confidence came in higher than expected. So we kind of had some offsetting news events there, right? Home prices dropping, bad for the dollar. Consumer confidence rising, good for the dollar. So you can see those kind of bounce throughout. And for the most part, like I said, it really kind of felt like the market was out of balance today, right? Kind of felt like it was looking for a little bit more information. We had a great trade on the gold. Our first trade in the gold today was a wave pattern. Then we sold the highs. We were watching crude go sideways today, and we really had to wait until the last move of the morning to grab that big drop on crude. So we really had, like I said, off-balance day today. We did our best to kind of look for the best patterns, but the tough part was the speed never got going. We really never got very much speed this morning, which is what really kind of made us wait patiently and just kind of sit on our hands, wait for the best patterns. Now, here's my dollar this morning. Okay, here's my dollar. Now, what do we see in my dollar? Upward trending channel, right? Nice, big, strong, bullish channel. So, of course, bullish dollar, that would mean bearish on everything else. But this is where we ran into trouble here today. The dollar found itself in a situation where we had the previous high of day was right here, right? There's your previous high of day, right there. Now, as you guys know, if I break below the previous high of day, right, look out below, I expect price to drop. Right? So break below the previous high of day, I expect the dollar to tumble. If we stay above the previous high of day, I expect us to go back up and test the highs. Now we saw a divergence signal fire off late in the morning right here at this recent high. So we saw a divergence short right at the highs. But what happened was we came off those highs and the dollar just sat here. Right? So dollar came off the highs and then just sat here and went sideways at that 82,215, which of course is that previous high of day. So as you guys know, above the previous high of day, the bulls are in charge. The previous high, right, below the previous high of day, the bears are in charge. Well, if you think of it that way, then the previous high of day, right, that's kind of the line in the sand, right, between the buyers or the sellers being in control. So if we're sitting there sideways at that line in the sand, that's what's causing the gold to rise and to fall, then to rise and to fall, right? That's where we got that imbalance today. Okay, we saw that right away, and that was pretty much what was kind of bringing us down all morning today. Or not really bringing us down, but just, keeping things a little bit sluggish. Here's your example of what we saw in crude today. Now, in the crude this morning, right, trend line to the upside, right, trend line to the downside. What's that called? It's called a wedge. We're going to be at the highs of the wedge. So naturally here, I'm going to sell these highs. Right? Going to sell these highs. Now what ended up happening was we ended up staying right around this area here pretty much all morning. And then at 9:43 we broke above the 85 even. So what happened was we ended up staying right here, literally tucked inside of this area here. Then we finally got a nice breakout trade and we took right the long here above the 85s. So using this support level here, we bought the lows, but for the most part though, we stayed chopping around sideways here until the end of the morning. The end of the morning, we finally, look out below, we finally dropped back below the 85, and that was some of our biggest trades of the morning here, shorting below 85, right? So the first trade today, we're going to buy that support there just below 85s. Okay, we're going to buy that support. Okay, now initially we wanted to sell the highs here, but you can see we have support there, so couldn't get much selling the highs. We come off the highs, we're going to buy that support, that trend line, bring us back up, and then later on this morning, as we started going sideways, we finally broke 85 again, came back down, and we sold the 85s for a short, right, once we broke that trend line. Let's take a look real quick. Let's take a look. Now here's my crude, one of our favorite markets. Now this is my 13 range chart. And you'll notice we've defined trend line there, trend line here. What's that called? It's called a price channel. So we see a price channel right off the bat, right? Price channel. Now, what does a price channel mean for me?